It's Elden Ring Nightreign, a new and fresh idea by Fromsoftware, a whole new combat experience. Or is it? And that's what we will be checking out today night. For those that have followed my talks video and supported me on this content making journey, I appreciate it so much. And for those that haven't subscribed, why not? I'm just a small content creator that looks to grow bigger one day. Today's video will be a little different. Instead of me writing my essay of reviews or talks upon doing a certain research, I'm now going to just talk my mind on what the title of this video suggests. Yes, no clickbait whatsoever, dear no life otaku, please touch grass, god dang it. yes, that's for those who have always tried to command hits without even watching my video. The first thing that I would like to touch about this video is that the fact that in the trailer we actually see a little bit of animations that kind of like similar with Sekiro moveset, and there are actually few of these. And if you check back a little bit, let's do some little bit of trailer breakdown here. And if you can check in this part, we can clearly see the animation is taken directly from Sekiro games, the Fire Van Shinobi Tools animations. If you guys wonder which one is that, I'll show directly right here. This is that exact animation that been taken from. You guys can see here again, like I'm pretty sure those who happens to play Sekiro actually realize this immediately as they see it. It's quite clear at this point that they're trying to that they reuse some animations and stuff. The next one we got the parry system. Now this parry system, it's a little bit different than what Sekiro had, but let's be honest here, it's not the animations that they taken from, it's actually just the parry mechanics. I'm pretty sure it's a similar kind of like Sekiro, and perhaps if you guys been doing mods as well and play mods, you guys probably realize that modders also got their hands on this, and they actually able to mod Sekiro parry system into Elden Ring, and it's kind of like the same what they're doing with what they're doing right now. And then the next one we got the wall jump. Now this wall jump or wall kick, whatever you want to call it, well, I have to give a credits to Mattackgaming because he's the one that discovered this thing. Without him, I wouldn't have even realized myself. Good job, Mattackgaming. He's so awesome. Now this is the video where he actually did a proper trailer breakdown. Now if you want to watch trailer breakdown on Elden Ring Nightreign, go ahead and watch him. Go ahead, subscribe to him. Technically the same animation as Sekiro. Again, a reused asset by Fromsoftware from Sekiro games into this Elden Ring new games, Elden Ring Nightreign. With that out of the way, now what I want to talk about is that the fact that Nightreign might just be another Sekiro with extra features. Now hear me out. I know lots of you guys might just want to call me out on being like an obvious guy, you know, for actually stating something that's quite obvious for everyone. I'm pretty sure like lots of Fromsoftware fans actually know this, but let me just break down a little bit more on why I think that Elden Ring Nightreign might just be another Sekiro with extra features. Let's go for the first point. Ultimate and skills. Ichizaki already mentioned in his interview that the game is gonna be something like will involve ultimate and skills for each pre-built character. This could just be another combat arts or shinobi tools. Now I am not confirmed with my own theory here, but it could be like the same kind of things as Sekiro, given the fact that how many of Sekiro features that they've been putting in a Nightreign Elden Ring. They might just use a different kind of name like ultimate or skills, but it could just be combat arts with shinobi tools, with ultimate being combat arts and skills being shinobi tools. And then some skills might just be an upgraded version of Sekiro combat arts or shinobi tools, like we see one of the animation that we got, the Fire Van shinobi tools. That actually shows quite a little bit of similarities in how it goes. The fight that we might just get our hands on here is perhaps the fight that will give us, the combat system that will give us the feeling of a mix and match of Elden Ring combat and Sekiro combat. It's definitely going to be a little bit of Elden Ring and then a little bit of Sekiro as well, for those who have played Sekiro. And obviously, this can be either a good thing or bad thing. It really depends on how you view this situation right now. For me personally, I don't really mind, and I'm not going to talk about that right now because this video is about just me pointing out the obvious thing right now and just break down what and how the combat might just be in this upcoming Elden Ring games. And of course, we also realize and we know like running and stuff, like game needs to be super fast, you know, that might be just taking a lot from Sekiro. Now let's go to the really important part of this video, which is my concern. Now before I actually progress with this, I just want everyone to understand one thing before you start to come and hit stuff on me. I know there are lots of gatekeepers out there from software. I don't know why the community just got a lot of gatekeepers who try to defend the game, and will probably say the game is perfect and nothing bad with the game. So listen up before anything, before you start spamming hate comments and stuff. I love Fromsoftware. I played Dark Souls 1 to 3, Elden Ring 3 classes I play in 5 NG plus run, and Sekiro with NG plus 7. And yes, the hardest mode of that game, Charmless Demon Bells. So I am clearly not a hater. This is simply me not siding with the mindset of those players that chose to be from software is perfect and they won't make mistakes kind of mentality. Now that out of the way, let's go back to my concern about this Elden Ring Nightreign. Even if Ichizaki actually introduced a new gameplay mechanic in this game, you know, the game still uses a chunk of mechanics from previous games like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls. Fromsoftware has always been known as a company to reuse asset and make it feel fresh. So this is quite obvious, right? This is what we as a Souls player or Fromsoftware fans actually realize. It's quite obvious that Fromsoftware love this kind of formula. They just like reuse asset and stuff. The only difference is that the company know how to make it feel fresh. You know, Fromsoftware actually know how to make it fresh. Like obviously, if I were to point out what assets there were in Dark Souls in Elden Ring, I can actually point it out. It's obvious. There are lots of assets that were in Dark Souls now being taken to Elden Ring. But the fact that they make it feel like fresh and new is really something to praise. But when it comes to combat, there will be like a little bit of love and hate relationship between reusing the same combat system and experiencing nothing new from it. Now Elden Ring, you know, I gotta be honest, now Elden Ring added new stuff in it like combat arts or weapon arts, and then there's a jump mechanic, jump button, jump attack, all of that. Elden Ring got a new stuff, right? But that's pretty much what makes the game's combat divert a little bit from Dark Souls combat. But majority of the combat is still still feels like Dark Souls 3. Now this is something that anyone cannot actually go against because it's obvious. The feeling is there. There's still like Dark Souls 3 feelings with an upgraded version of combat mechanics, an improvement, if I may add. You know, let's say if they actually use Sekiro, asset from Sekiro, and they actually use asset from Elden Ring, you know, the combat mechanics is from those two games. And my concern is the fact that we've played Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring. Most players probably played Elden Ring. Most players probably played Sekiro, and we experienced these two things all together. Now, I'm only hoping that they can actually kind of like change it a little bit, and this new combat system, you know, that they got in Elden Ring Nightreign, they can just add something new and add something fresh, because otherwise the game won't feel fresh. The game will feel the same like what we've played before. The game will feel exactly like Sekiro and Elden Ring. It's just like the two being mashed up together. There's nothing new in it, you know what I mean? So I just hope that FromSoftware can actually give something new from this combat. We have to really feel concerned about this, because it's either whether the game will feel fresh, or will the game's combat system just resemble too much of that Sekiro's. FromSoftware's strength is the combat, we all know that, but it's a double-edged sword. If they reuse same animation and same combat, if you fail to add a little changes in it, it will definitely feel the same and old. As a hardcore Sekiro player myself, I still love the combat, yes, but to replay the same combat again in a brand new game like Elden Ring Nightreign with little changes in it, it does kind of feel like a scam, especially when you have to buy the game at full price, you know what I mean? This is some of the problems that FromSoftware had that no one seems to dare to even mention, just because of this. The community have a lot of gatekeepers that keep on trying to defend the games. Now listen, now I'm not bashing the games in any whatsoever, but if you love the game, if you love FromSoftware stuff, you have to understand, you gotta make, we as a player gotta make the games better, gotta make the studios better. If there's a little bit slight little bit of things that show some kind of laziness from the developers in FromSoftware, we gotta voice out, guys. We gotta voice out, and that's what literally I'm doing right now. And I really hope that FromSoftware actually understand this. Like, no matter how good the game they made, if they keep on using asset, if they keep on just use the old asset and not something new that they can come out with, it's going to be almost like a scam to players, because they just will be reselling all the asset that they've got before. And here's the catch. All of these that I'm complaining, all of these that I'm talking about, the combat and stuff, the reuse set, it will not be a problem as long as they can make it feel fresh and new. But just for how many times, let's ask ourselves and let's ask them, but just for how many times before it became noticeable and the formula that have been used over and over again within all these Souls-like games will start to become problems when players start to recognize the similarities of the animations, of the models, the gameplay mechanics. Even reusing bosses, as a matter of fact, even reusing bosses from previous game has been the main practice by Fromsoftware. Now, to close this video off, again, this is not a critics or anything. This is just me pointing out the obvious thing that no one dares to actually point out, because the fact that there are just too many gatekeepers here in the community. I love Fromsoftware. I am part of the community, but I'm not the one who gatekeeping it so that the potential won't be bigger. I want the game to be bigger. I want Fromsoftware to make a better game. God damn it. So listen up, this is what I hope for in Elden Ring Nightreign. I would like to see Fromsoftware really get this game right and manage to cover up all the points I've been making in this video. I would like to play Elden Ring Nightreign and experience a fresh feeling, a whole new goddamn experience. I would love for the Elden Ring Nightreign to be a game of the year materials. That's what I hope for. I hope this video won't spark hate, but more of a civilized discussion in the comment below. I love a respectful debate. If you act disrespectful, I'll act the same towards you. So please comment and discuss with respect in the comment down below. With that said, do you think Elden Ring Nightreign will offer a fresh new experience? Or will it fall under the same experience as we used to with Fromsoftware? Well, comment down below and let me know what your thought, Knights. Till the next video, Knights, stay active and spread love.